Wars, the wake-up song, and the you bastard sight of the day. Want to know more? Visit Holmberg's Morning Sickness online at 98kupd.com.
They just keep coming. Craig Cleveland, you making Brady a thumb is outrageously hilarious. Straining Brady. I want to have fun with this forever.
It's on fire.
Yeah, it's going now. It's on. I'm really enjoying that. Somebody said, is there any correlation with the Dairy Queen commercials you're running and Richard's son now working at Dairy Queen? I don't think that. I don't think Dairy Queen wanted to strike while the iron was hot there with their new 16-year-old boy.
The new blonde dip on the soft serve cone.
Now that we've got Toledo's boy, we can finally bust into that KUPD market. You know, Dairy Queen's been really they're fine. I don't think they know Toledo's kid works there. But it does sound good. I think we're noticing Dairy Queen more. It's like when you buy a new car and you notice how many other of those cars there are on the road and you didn't ever notice before. Every time you get a car, you're like, oh my God, I'm sure you just got that new Lincoln. Yeah. You're probably seeing those all over now. And you're like, what in the world? I never once saw one of these before. You notice more. Nothing better than when that dude bought that Ford Flex thing. Remember that weird?
Yeah, that sweet ride.
And Larry got one and we were all going to lunch. And the dude next to him was like, me too! Like he thumbs up Larry, like, we did it! We both bought one of these odd-shaped vehicles. That was the first year they made them. That was like 15 years ago. They were odd-looking. Larry's was just borrowed.
I took one to San Diego for the week.
Did you? A Flex?
Yep.
The newer ones.
It was nice.
Yeah, well, the newer ones are cool, but that first one with the multicolors and it was a strange vehicle.
That looked like a saddle shoe?
Is that what it was? Yeah, kind of.
It was black and white.
It did. Keeps your nice shoes nice. It's 9:57. It's time now for the entertainment drill. It's brought to you by my friends at reactdefense.com, home of tactical black self-defense training. I'm going out there today. We're going to mummy up the dead arm. I'm going to do some one-arm self-defense training. The old righty. Old righty still got her going. I got two good legs and a right hand. Because you know why? The world doesn't know or care about your problem. So you got a bad arm. That makes you a victim. I took a walk on my heroin days when I was wandering around in the neighborhood there on my Oxy at midnight for no reason, dressed in almost all black with one dead arm. And I'm like, what am I doing? I just want to move around. And a car went by and slowed down, and I realized you, my friend, look like a victim. You are wandering around as an easy mark right now.
You're being trailed by a yellow VW Bug?
Well, he would have taken me out in a heartbeat. Bundy would have had me. And I just started thinking, this is what victims do. This is a dumb thing a victim would do. The world doesn't care that you're injured. In fact, they take advantage of it. That's what nature does. And that's what we're going to go do today. We're going to just go goof around and train with one arm. Just to keep me in shape, too. I got to do that. That's the most important part. We were talking Friday, Jay and Josh and Tony and Joy and the gang up there. All chatting, and they're celebrating their 20th anniversary this year. There's a lot of weird serendipity to their beginning and ours. And then they were talking about they had people there in the beginning that are still there, and now their kids are old enough to be there. You're talking about it's mom and pop store day?
Yeah.
This is like a perfect example of it. It becomes a little weird family of people who have generationally been there, and it's kind of a neat story when you start going, 20 years ago we had these people start. Now their kids are old enough. They're part of it. People have met there and gotten married. Not that it's a hookup place, but it can be. Yeah. If you see a piece you like, go for it, I say. She can defend herself. Just keep that in mind. But, yeah, I mean, there's been people who've met there and gotten married. It is kind of a family atmosphere, almost a cool, like, small-town feeling. And everybody becomes kind of friendly. So it's also kind of a social setting of people like-minded doing a thing that's just absolutely awesome. And the people who stick around are the ones like you who will absolutely love it. I'm one of those, too. So it's great. It's a whole bunch of great things all gathered in one, and the best part is you'll get in great shape. That's another thing. As far as, like, meeting somebody there, by the end of it, you're all going to look great. And you'll all be smarter and more confident and better trained, just better people all the way around. It's an awesome thing. ReactDefense.com. I'll one-arm tactical black you right now. This is going to be fun. We'll see how it goes. Tomorrow I might have stories about what a terrible idea this one-arm fighting was. But we'll find out. Check it out online, reactdefense.com. You can see their store, The Vault, which is awesome. Eric from M&P Guns went up and got a couple belts that I've been bragging about those belts like crazy. Got great watches, a whole bunch of tactical stuff. TacticalBlackVault.com as well. They got it in Phoenix, Glendale, Chandler. They got you surrounded. What are you going to do? ReactDefense.com, the home of Tactical Black. Brady Entertainment.
Joe Exotic and his husband, Dylan Passage, are getting divorced.
No!
But maybe not right away.
Oh, thank God.
Joe says they're in no hurry to make it official. Then Joe's nemesis, Jeff Lowe, He had a stroke.
He did?
Yeah. And his wife, Lauren, they got married. Thinks it might have been a guy poisoned his drink in Vegas at a casino.
Really?
Yeah.
And caused the stroke?
Yeah.
How about that?
That's their theory. We have a celebrity death. Arthur McMurtry. Or Larry. Larry McMurtry.
Larry McMurtry. I know this one. Why do I know this one? Hold on. I'm seeing the credit, and I can't figure out why. Larry McMurtry.
He was 84 years old.
Damn it.
His work inspired a lot of movies and TV shows, including HUD, The Last Picture Show,
I don't know this
Lonesome Dove.
Oh, yeah, he's that Western dude. Yeah. What he was in stuff, though, wasn't he, or is he just a writer?
His first book,
he's a writer.
Horseman, Pass By, inspired the movie HUD, starring Paul Newman. Then the movie The Last Picture Show was based on the book of the same name, was Terms of Endearment.
Oh.
And then, of course, his Lonesome Dove with Robert Duvall and Tommy Lee.
Yeah.
I
never sat through Lonesome Dove. You ever watch it?
No, my parents tried to get me to do that. And I'm like, nope.
My dad's seen it 100 times.
Yeah.
It's like his favorite thing ever.
He co-wrote the screenplay for Brokeback Mountain.
No kidding. Yeah, I remember seeing his name on. So he's been a credit that's been on 1,000 things. I don't know.
Bron's son, Bronny.
Right. You know him well because you're such a huge fan.
He took a shot at the Brooklyn Nets for forming a super team to take on his dad.
Please.
And meanwhile, back at the Lakers, they just signed Andre Drummond.
Yeah. They're making a super team in L.A.,
and that's what Bronny put his little tweet up there. Bro, go check it out.
Have you seen the super team they put together in Brooklyn, though? They went up and got your friend, the Red Dragon, or whatever you call
Blake Griffin.
Yeah. And they got
LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yeah, they got some of the guys from the old Clippers.
So they agreed to a buyout. He agreed to a buyout with the Spurs and then signed with the Nets.
Yeah. They got the old Spurs. They got Green and Durant and Harden. They got the old Clippers. They're unreal.
The big thing is Bronny was saying, my 36-year-old dad in season 18.
Yeah.
He's building these super teams.
Let him have more.
He never did that.
Oh, no, he was never part of a super team when he went to Miami
yeah.
with Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade. That guy was all about super teams.
Sharon Osbourne is out from the talk.
I'll tell you this right now, Brady. The whole story, especially from that one girl, completely slanted by the Asian girl, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah, I do.
That's exactly right. I knew Brett would like that. Screw you, View.
CBS said it was her choice.
Of course it was, because they were going to fire her, so she jumped the gun.
They
For
also
nothing,
said
by the way.
something else. We acknowledge the network and studio teams as well as their showrunners are accountable for what happened during that broadcast, and it was clear the co-hosts were not properly prepared by the staff for a complex and sensitive discussion involving race.
I have to also be honest, Brady. I think Sarah Gilbert tried to fire me as well, but I couldn't understand because her mouth was full of juice.
She smelled.
Homo smelled like a fishery. Like a hatchery.
He's got to get this woman a job. She can't hang around the house all day. She just complains about everything. She's so racist.
Godzilla vs. Kong had a massive $122 million overseas release.
Oh.
It's coming out on Wednesday, I believe.
That's right. Are you interested?
I'll watch it.
Who do you have as a favorite?
Here's what I think happens, John. Here's what I think happens.
Yeah. Okay.
I like both of them.
You
I've
do?
always liked Godzilla because he's
bad.
always united with the people in a way, protects the town. He destroys it pretty good,
ruins
but
the
he's getting
town.
rid of whoever, Mothra, Gamera.
At what cost?
And then King Kong, I've always been a big fan. I hate to see these guys really battle it together, but I think what happens is they're going to start out like a fight. I'm like, what are we fighting? Because these other beasts are coming in, and they team up together.
Oh, that's your prediction.
Yeah, super monster team.
Remember when King Kong blew dry Jessica Lange's hair?
Yes.
Wasn't that the hottest thing ever?
And it came in her...
Like we were all in
and
on
a little
that.
negligee came
And her thing came loose. Like, ooh.
Yeah.
Kong, you're going to see my nips.
I didn't realize how much action you got in the original Kong.
Yeah, no, there was a ton of sexy.
I watched it on Saturday afternoon when he was palming her too.
Yeah.
And
you watched the old one this weekend?
Yeah, with Fay Ray, and he was petting her.
Wow, that one's creepy.
I'll pet you?
Yeah.
And her little negligee came off a little bit.
Come my nip.
Yep.
It's
There's a total slip in the 1933
story is disturbing. Because it's like a woman's desire to just be destroyed. And that's supposed to be sexy. Somehow or another, that was sexy when Kong goes on her face and her hair's blowing. Her shirt's kind of coming off. Oh, he's gentle.
I cried when King Kong died.
So did I, when he's laying on the ground. And you hear his heart. Oh, it was brutal. And I was rooting for Jessica Lange and him to get some sort of sexual.
There was chemistry.
There was chemistry. There was a will they, won't they. It was like Sam and Diane for a little while in that movie. Are they going to do it or what? You think there'll be a girl scene in this where the giant wins her over?
Both of them did a pretty good job. The original King Kong, when he is ragdolling those guys, the ship crew,
whipping them,
throwing them. But the Jessica Lange Kong, the best was when he took a couple of foot stomps. Mm-hmm. There's like 5 people squirming after he
squishing dudes.
Yeah.
But if you think about like the oddness of the story, it's like we want the audience to know that Kong is not only attracted to her, but he's kind of winning her over.
Again, it's Hollywood selling bestiality again.
It's kind of that.
It comes back.
Comes right back to it. Because she'd need a team of dudes to shaft him. Like, she can't do that on her own. That would be like pushing that.
There's no Shazam on Kong.
No. She's getting in on her own. She'd probably crawl around his urethra. It's a disturbing story when you get into the sexual nature of Kong and the girl.
Too bad Barry Wood isn't around anymore. They could do a reboot with him. Because he's hung like that.
He's got Kong's wang. This is a Kong's wang versus Godzilla. Yep. Just Barry's like, wrestle this. You're going to lose.
It's Kong Dong.
Kong Dong.
Kong Dong.
Yeah, Dong. King Dong. That's a good one. Anyway, I find it odd as an adult that we all felt, because Jeff Bridges felt like he was losing her to the ape. Like he thought, like, oh my God, I'm like, she's leaving me for this guy. It's a really weird movie.
Yeah. When he shakes that streetcar too, it was pretty good.
Oh, it's you're fascinated with the obvious parts. I'm fascinated with the love story that shouldn't have existed. It's like all of a sudden
you're going to make me cry. That's why I'm avoiding it.
It's like in a Benji movie. If one of the girls reached down and gave him a little old fashioned for a second, like we all love Benji, but what is with the love story? I'm going to give him a little jerkin. Benji saved my life, so. Well, it's the same thing, isn't it?
That lipstick scene?
Yeah, isn't it the same thing? When Benji's sitting there and he gives her a kiss, and she's like, "Oh, the lipstick's out." Well, it's the same thing. It is absolutely. If Rin Tin Tin, like, I just give him a 2-hander real quick, he saved my life. It's bestiality. It's
Disney's
a weird
Secretariat
movie.
could have taken a weird
King. Oh, all those movies. Seabiscuit, anything. Just those weird things. Like, why are we worried about whether or not the girl and the ape fall in love?
That's why Flipper was taken off the air back in the day.
That's right. Save lives and then. Yeah. There you go, right in the blowhole. Anyway, we're all done, I say. That's it for us. Larry's coming up next. By the way, happy anniversary. I'm going to play the anniversary version of this glorious thing instead of saying goodbye to Larry. It's 1 year since this glorious thing came our way, and I can't believe it's already been a year. You guys have a great one. We'll see you tomorrow right here in the Morning Sickness. Whoa.
Arizona's most powerful rock radio station. 98 KUP.